he's taken care of for the next however many years. And I think his EP will recoup his entire deal on week 1.
On your side, because the Recoupment
on his side too.
How did you handle the burnout? Obviously, you handled it by developing peace of mind, but I think there's a lesson learned through that story. Can we talk about that?
It wasn't sexy to talk about like mental health or just your overall general health, even 5 or 6 years ago. Like you were like a lame. You were considered weak if you were showing signs of weakness in that way.
Mm.
And for me, I grew up on equal parts like Brian Eno and Harold Budd, but then Dilla and Madlib. Instrumental music of all kinds has always been really present in my life. And my partners, you know, Britt, she sleeps to rain sounds. Brando, I mean, we all have different forms of meditation and what we find calming and peaceful. And I think especially at that time where in 2020, we had Coachella same weekend as Frank. We had Lala, Life is Beautiful. We had a global tour, and then the shit went to fucking smithereens in 24 hours. Just like you guys had the Billy tour and the album and no. Like
we had Coachella same year.
Same year.
Yeah.
And I think Peace of Mind Studio has allowed me to be of service. And I find a lot of fulfillment in helping build not just something with my friends, but helping build things for other people.
Yeah.
And so I've been able to help build a few now, sub-labels. And we at Peace of Mind this year are going to help contribute, 20 to 25 artists are going to make 6 figures.
What kind of music is it? What's the bit like? What? Yeah,
I would say fundamentally it's ambient music.
Okay,
but I would classify it under instrumental music because some could be neoclassical, solo piano, could have string components. Some could be proper ambient experimental. A lot of what Yanni from Child does and PLRU would be considered alternative or experimental ambient music. Drones, very calming synths. Then there's things that are going to be much more on the hip hop side, like lo-fi beats, which obviously I think AI has now come in and really taken a lot of the class and a lot of the prestige out of, beat. I mean, outside of Alchemist, and there's a lot of artists and producers doing great shit.
Yeah.
But there's like a lot of fake artists in the lo-fi space.
Does that shit affect your business?
Not really.
No,
because our thesis when we were deep diving, it was a lot of the music that was coming out was from Swedish white males.
Yeah.
Like I think it's like 98% at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And we were doing this by just looking at Chartmetric, looking at the playlist, seeing where it was flowing to.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought, damn, I mean, we got all this time, between Child and all this shit, all the touring that we don't have to do anymore. We can't do, right? And so we started to, chip away at, well, what would a really interesting, innovative ambient record sound like? It doesn't got to be this stock ass music library throwaway.
Mm-hmm.
It could be, and like, it could be great photography and great, some of the stuff could be animated. And like Brando really put his foot in the creative, and me and Britt really did deep A&R work. And we're like, let's go and research what's working, why is it working, and where are the opportunities?
Yeah.
And I think the biggest key was at that point, I was 5 years in to delivering to the DSPs and just the partners genre bending artists that didn't fit into a perfect mold. And a lot of those editors ended up becoming the editors for experimental music, lo-fi beats, ambient, all this stuff. And they understood the level of quality that I was coming with. My whole career, I never took the shortcuts, never took the easy money.
Yeah.
And so sure enough, brick by brick, like I said, I think this year will be, 20, 25 artists that we help make over 6 figures. There's artists and producers that I've worked with that are Grammy winning that will call me and say, and one of them was in tears being like, yo, I made more money off DistroKid this month than I made on X person's Grammy winning album that I had 3 cuts on. That is a different level of, I even got chills just saying that. That makes me feel like I'm impacting someone's life. Now you can provide for your family, build infrastructure for the future of your kids. And you're doing something that also you feel like is reaching people and adding value to them.
Yeah.
There's utility and real function to a lot of this music. It's helping people sleep, helping them meditate, and I think right now in this time, we need that more than ever. And we were early on that. I think now it's much more common that like people are searching out podcasts and content to help them to just take the edge off. Pause.
What's up, everybody? It's Mauricio Ruiz, founder of the Manager's Playbook. If you've seen the podcast, you know I talk a lot about how the music business really works. Not the theory, but what it actually takes to build a career that lasts. Listen, I spent over 17 years working behind the scenes with artists, managers, and teams, helping them make smarter deals, build systems, and grow careers that actually scale. And there's one thing that I've learned. Most people aren't lacking talent. They're lacking a playbook and someone to help them execute it. That's why, for the first time ever, I'm opening up the Manager's Playbook Mentorship Program, a hands-on program where my team and I personally help you get clear on your strategy, build real momentum, and make better business moves in the next few months. Now, if you're serious about taking your career or your artist to the next level, this is your chance to work directly with us. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Click the link below, learn more, and book your call today. Let's build your playbook together. Now back to the pod.
The artist that you're partnering with is basically 50-50?
The key here is
Yes.
it's actually, in most cases, a gross. So a 50-50 net profit works in which if you make $1, you recoup at 50 points, right? You're not recouping at the dollar. We're doing gross deals. We didn't know at the time, but I think through a couple of the JVs that we've done with Universal and with Warner, I think they pitch you on the 50-50 net profit. And if you don't know any better, you're like, oh, I'm getting half of the pot. No, but you're recouping. But all the artists that we work with.
You're recouping, sorry, just so you finish that thought, you're recouping 2-1.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's if you're at a 50-50 net profit.
Out of 50-50, yeah.
And that's not including the distribution fee that's getting tacked on top for services that aren't being rendered anymore. There's there's no warehouse that's shipping out your CDs to the Tower Records. Stop with the nonsense.
Where's the streaming distribution warehouse? I'd love to see it.
Same place that they're hiding the farms.
Right. Whew.
Yes, but sorry, they're on a 50-50 gross.
Gross. Yeah.
So
meaning if you spend $1, if you spend $1,
basically they don't stand behind any costs. They're getting a split directly from DistroKid with no recoupment attached to it. That's basically what's happening. Okay. So if we spend on your project, we're recouping that cost ourselves. It's not hitting your books.
Interesting.
It's real.
Yeah, okay.
And obviously a lot of the deals.
So okay, hold on. Explain that to me just a little bit, because you're saying if you're going and you make $1, artist is going to get 50 cents out the gate, no matter how much money you spent with that.
Let me give you an example of a real case scenario.
Please.
Yanni from Child was in Paris working on a project that actually came out today. Obviously this will come out in a couple months, but the project came out end of September. It's called Inner Space Paris.
Yeah.
And it's inspired by the way that he experienced Paris. He made an ambient project under the name Inner Sound Machine.
Mm-hmm.
All the studios that we booked, he doesn't recoup. He's getting paid from $1. That's it. If we spend money on the photography, we're spending it, you don't got to recoup it. Now, I will say, not every deal is the same. And we've done everything from 70-30s all the way to 50-50s.
How do you become profitable with that model, though, with this specific one?
You put in the work. I would say in this space, we are of the highest quality. You know, like I would say right now, it feels like late 2000s, early 2010s XL Records with the taste level and the way that we're developing artists in this space.
So you're able to do this because you're generating real revenue.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I'm proud of that. I'm not like hiding. I'm not shying away from. Like, let me give you another example of an artist I'm really passionate about. He's not on Peace of Mind Studio, but he kind of lives between Avant-Garde and Peace of Mind Studio.
Yeah.
It's a kid called Frick Tao,
Genius.
a Vietnamese Danish artist. Fucking brilliant. Speaks 4 languages.
Genius.
Classically trained at guitar and piano. Just blew out his shows with no music out in London and Paris. We put out his first single. It's called Runaway with a music video.
Yeah.
Song has done 2 million streams, not $1 spent on the song, just organically.
Yeah.
And we got a body of work coming.
He's incredible. For those who don't know, he's like this generation's Ludovico Einaudi.
Wow. Or it could be
surpass
yeah.
potentially. But I mean, it's that level of,
Yeah. And he looks like a rapper.
right.
And when I'm at like King's Cross or whatever with them, fans are interacting and he's engaging with them like Kai Cenat.
Yeah.
He was on Speed Stream.
Yeah.
You know, so like I love the duality of like he's helping revolutionize a space that is very traditional and archaic in its motion.
Sure.
And bringing in the new school into it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like,
and so that business, but because I want to make sure, because you given that example as a business example.
50-50.
Okay.
50-50. And he's a very unique deal. No, his deal is a little different because he wanted a stipend monthly to be able to live. So most deals on the Peace of Mind Studio side,
smart,
very smart. He wanted his money, and that's also what we're weaving in is like financial literacy in this, because we want, at the end of the day, we want you to own something.
Yeah.
We want you to make bread for as long as possible.
Yeah.
And so he's getting like, and he's 22, 23, he's getting fucking, I don't know, $4 or $5 grand a month to live and survive and write and record. And he's taken care of for the next however many years. And I think his EP will recoup his entire deal on week 1.
On your side, because the recoup
on his side too.
Okay.
Like, because obviously he's,
oh, right.
You know,
he's basically a version of advancing some of the capital. And
it makes me really happy because I feel like at the end of this, he's going to understand, he's going to have the information and the tools to be able to make the right decisions. Because a lot of the time you go to the label and they almost hide the golden nuggets from you.
Yeah.
Because they're afraid you're going to go and do it without them.
Right.
If this is a launch pad for your career, I did my job. I want you to choose every time. Every deal on Peace of Mind Studio is non-exclusive. It's project-based. There's mutual options because if you love working with me and I love working with you, we should keep going. If you don't, good riddance. And there hasn't been a single artist that's opted out.
Amazing.
20 plus artists, not one has opted out. That to me speaks, that's the kind of, I don't buy into the legacy bullshit. I just buy into like history and the kind of impact that I'm leaving. That's the kind of shit I want to be known for. We're doing quality work and you have a choice and you're continuing to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Project on project, year over year.
Mm-hmm. How big is this business? Some people are going to say, oh, no, he's pocket watching, but this isn't pocket watching. This is financial literacy. This is what the podcast is about.
Yeah.
People need to understand how real this can be.
Yeah. I would say, so if I said to you, 20 artists are going to make 6 figures a year, that means that we also made 20 artists worth of 6 figures a year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a multi-million-dollar business.
Good for you, man. Congrats.
Thank you.
That's incredible.
Thank you.
And what I love about it,
and the employees that we work with have a stake in the game, have skin in the game.
Yeah.
You know, and they're incredibly happy. And we treat it like a startup in the sense of, at some point, there's going to come a time where we're going to want to partner with someone. That day will come. It could come in 3 months, 6 months, 5 years. I don't know. But at some point, I want this thing to, right now, it's not the right time for it to scale. But if we have an opportunity to revolutionize the entirety of, let's call it instrumental music, so jazz, classical, ambient, all that, and go for it, I want the people on our team to also have that incentive to do it with us.
Does it complicate things when other forms of capital are partnering up with other companies, VCs, whatever it may be, because the catalog has so many different entry points per artist in terms of what the splits are? Or is it
doesn't
pretty
matter.
cut and dry?
It's really cut and dry. The biggest thing is a lot of music in this space is contingent on playlists, on editorial.
Right.
And if you're able to build something that has an ad vertical, has a live vertical, eventually maybe some of them have a merch vertical, let's call it recession proof.
It's funny because so often when we're talking about artists and on this podcast, I've said this pretty blatantly in the last few episodes.
Yeah.
Editorial doesn't matter. This is the one space I know editorial is incredibly important.
Yes. Absolutely. And I think editorial has multiple lenses. Tastemakers exist in this space in a lot of places. The jazz festivals globally aren't run by people like, Houston Powell, who runs Lollapalooza, people that are forward thinking and willing to take risk. Right now, you're watching Leve do 3 nights at Crypto. This is a traditional jazz artist, sure, with a pop vocal, that's doing hundreds and thousands of tickets globally. That to me, Berlioz, another example of like a jazz house artist doing hundreds and thousands of tickets globally. FKJ doing hundreds and thousands of tickets globally. If you invest in this space, like I think there were people have been relegated, artists in the space have been relegated to be treated as musicians. If I could have it my way, we would give every great musician a chance to, like Dominique Xavier got plucked by Prince to play piano, did Snow Allegra, did Toto, helped me with EL. I mean, he's done so many things. His project is doing 150,000 streams a day. His solo piano project.
With you?
Yes, with us.
Wow.
I want to be a part of, I want to equal the playing field.
How many streams is the catalog doing a day?
I don't know, but I want to say at this point it's more than 10 million a day. I don't know. Yeah. Thank you. This fucking guy. Anyone that can do math out there is like sitting there crunching numbers. All you goddamn internet wizards telling me what we're making. We're spending and we're splitting it, okay?
I just think it's important. Again, man.
I'm proud of it.
I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you.
And I don't think I just hate that narrative of pocket watching, to be honest. And it comes from our culture a lot. And it really stifles individuals to really think about the business side. That's all, and that's all it is, man. It really is, because it's genuinely curious, because this is a real fucking business that you can build and develop. Yeah. And the reason why I ask is to complicate things when you come and bring in other partners who want to inject type of capital. It's because I think a lot of the people in this business will think that it is a zero-sum game and you should have all the profits, and you don't want to split it with your artist because they make it seem like it's too complicated if you have ownership.
We came in and we raised the ceiling for this music, the quality of music, the quality of art direction required to cut through.
Yeah.
In the past, it's been like, I'm not kidding you, it's been like a dumpster fire. It's the graveyard of creativity. That's why it wasn't sexy enough for someone to want to come in and revolutionize it. I take a lot of pride that we're going to leave ambient music, experimental music, hopefully jazz and classical, a lot better than when we came in. And a lot younger too, and a lot more diverse in the way that it looks and feels. Like have you been to Silencio in Paris?
No.
The David Lynch inspired spot?
No.
Yeah, so seeing like good looking kids in their young 20s come watch Frick Tao play and leaving wanting to pick up a piano. Like there's like a piano in the side room, and there's like after the show, people are playing it, like his fans are playing it. There's a video on his YouTube channel that your fans should go check out. He's inspiring people to pick up an instrument again. Mm-hmm. That juices me up.
Yeah.
Like it's great to like level the playing field and give people resources, artists or people that were viewed as session musicians, access to resources to become owners in their own right and artists and producers in their own right. But even more is like the ceiling is going to get bigger. And so that all of us can benefit from it.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you smiling at me like that?
I just love it. I love it because I think this is,
for y'all that can't see, he was like smile. He was giving me like a devious smile.
No, it's not a devious smile. You're talking about things that nobody talks about in this music business, and you're creating this lane. I'm smiling like this because you're creating this lane that just hasn't existed for young people. People don't think about it that way, and I think I just love that it feels like a bit of an exclusive here. You know what I mean? But it's going to get to a point where this becomes, in my opinion, because you're also leading the charge, very, very much found a blue ocean where it can hit critical mass. It's just the reality. So I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm proud of our artists. I'm proud of our team. And truthfully, it's just the beginning.
Yeah, clearly.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I see Frictau and Yanni and PL, and I might sound nuts, but I see them playing arenas.
No, I mean, it's already happening, but it's just at a, different demographic.
Yeah. And I think it's going to be cool. I think it's going to be cool to smoke something and go watch a fire-ass
That's what I'm
ambient
saying.
set.
That's why I'm laughing. Yeah. That's fire.
I'd love Emmanuel from We Love Green. Emmanuel runs Because Music in Paris. We Love Green is one of my favorite festivals in the world. I would love you, OG, to give me a festival stage by the water, partner up with some gummy company, THC and stuff like that, and let our artists cook. Can you imagine Bon Iver doing an 1.5-hour ambient set?
Mm-hmm.
Fred again?
Mm-hmm.
Like people that are proper improv producers, musicians that can really play an instrument.
You see it going there.
It's gonna go there one way or another. I just want to be a part of it.